Hello, my dear Taurus. Hello, welcome. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. I shall be doing a reading for you, dealing with the energies of great shifts as well as appropriations of Saturn, anything Saturnine, and the ability to perhaps relinquish pretension when it comes to what you find to be a sense of home or a sense of proper structure when it comes to the method that is inherent in your style of life. Okay, right. So I shall be working first with the 1890 deck from Paris, France. It's the Aliatza school. Please clear your minds and relax, and I shall build three portals having to do with the situations that my dear Taurus energy might be dealing with. This is a free reading. Okay. There is something from the past, my dear Taurus, that is trying to revive itself. Your need for judgment and your need for clarity is here. It's strong here, and you are being elevated and called into some sort of revisitation or some sort of reassessment of something that may have outspun its wheels. There is a need to revive something, but you are unsure. This is a very magical thing to do as well. There is something about this thing that's coming out of the earth that has been set aside for a reason, and that reason is it's been set aside because it was well something that you had to break free from, a cycle, and it led to this breaking free. It led to what you really desired, which is variable. It had to do with a choice, and you made a choice between two passions. One of them was stronger than the other was buried in the ground. So what's coming back is an old flame, in a way, but you are unsure of whether to let it in. Now, the other thing is that you are you just don't have time for it. There's a cold something about you that does not have time for the mischief that this person might be trying to bring to you. They are trying to revive another choice for you, another alternative. This comes after a period of regret, but they still so desire you with the femme de campagne, which is the woman of campaigning, the Queen of Rods. Queen of Rods is here, showing a strong indication that they are your counterpart in a way, but they could be, they could have like a mistress-like energy or witch-like energy in which they have a great deal of fire and creativity within the connection. They can arouse you in some sort of way. So they represent a type of temptation for you. Clearly, it's a passion. But you just don't have time for that, and you've given them the cold shoulder, as well as you're not willing to make repartee, or there's something about you that is ignoring their energy completely. And the homme marchand is here, which is the man of swords, méchant, which I don't know, but I'll figure it out and put it in the comments. But what I see here is that there is the element of devolution, of the downgrading of communications. But that's the thing, because you're not assessing this passion, this energy. There's something about you that is unable to also externalize things and make communication with others, because they're taking a great deal of your energy away from you. or perhaps they're inspiring you to rethink the connection. Now, there is also the dispute intestin here, which is a block in your solar plexus. There's an inability to create structures of harmony, or at least of equal measure. Okay, you feel divided, and perhaps your power is divided, your structure is divided. So it's important for you to perhaps let something that has turned for you, to let it burn down, so that you can understand the nature of passion, right? Whatever that means. That is your first portal. I love this deck. It's fucking amazing. So we shall continue with it. But first, we channel truth. The first portal is now closing. Right. Please clear your mind, and I shall build for you a second reading. The second portal is now opening. It's a small lineage there. Okay. 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 There you are again. There is the energy of the undercurrent of something that you are trying to pursue. It involves a dead situation, but you're still ambitious about this. You're willing to, there's something inside of you that wants to make a peace offering with this person, but they are inactive. There's their inaction comes from a state of not being able to fully embrace a transformation. There is an some sort of stagnation, something that is supposed to change or transform, but this person is highly resistant to that. And for this, there is a sense that you have been able to get over something, but because of impatience, there is a lack of order, and perhaps there's something premeditated about what you may be urged to do, some sort of folly, which is the ability to move forward into a new cycle. Whether this involves this person or not, there's the energy of overshooting, perhaps shooting through this person, through their lens, into a new cycle. But you have to be careful of that, because without proper patience, there is an element of stress or perhaps distress when it comes to you being able to get through the mire of communication, or the mire of thoughts that this person represents. Okay, so the cards are telling me for you to embrace the ability to take it easy, and to let the chaos outside take care of itself. There's something about you that is impatient, but trying to find their balance, your balance on a sense of whole being, as well as a sense of hierarchy, a sense of order. There's something that you are willing to try from your new state of success, or your state of stability when it comes to your emotions and your emotional desires, as well as your creations. There's an ability for you to get somewhere very strong and to move beyond. But something within you also wants to revisit something, or to look through the past lens in order to get beyond. This could be an older version of yourself, one in which you're embracing a very heroic, fixed energy, in which you go about the resources and finding resources by staying put. Okay, in this mode of stasis or status quo, there arises a self-critical sort of prison, and a part of you has broken free from this, but a part of you wants to regress back, instead of being totally sure of what you want to do. You're sort of like within the chaos, and you're trying to find, and you already have found, a sense of purity. It seems to me that love surrounds you, but you are busy on a path of transformation that you have not done yet, but are looking back to go through that analysis, and in that retrograde motion, to move beyond it somehow, to assess and to understand why there's been an element of dealing with people who are essentially quite stagnant for you, but you're still going to make an offer to them, some form of dispute, or some sort of passion that you want to instill upon this older version of you, or this older version of a lover or a friend or a colleague. And that portal is closed. I shall move into the third portal now. Okay. 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 You may be split into a form of trying to go through memories, and these memories have you stuck in a certain way. You are going through memories, and these are memories of the past, obviously. These memories, they remind you of some sort of ambition that you had, in which you were constantly giving back to a former version of yourself, or your inner child was sacrificing to an unknown variable here. Um, as you do this, it's a form of regression, but you are not able to move forward in a certain way. There is a desire to understand the motivations of prosperity, as well as descent, as well as inaction here. Um, you know that something has wounded you, and it has caused a feeling of dissension with what you are trying to move forward in the vehicle that is your life. But you are founded on a co-creative energy, on the soul's impulse. Okay, so there is a connection that is very hidden, that is very repressed in a certain way, that you had with someone, or with a project or an idea, a passion. that is very much buried as a structure deep in the ground of your existence. And it's been buried there for a while. There's something that that you're regressing to understand the nature of this, why it created so much passion in you, and why it forced you into a type of a mode of healing or a mode of defense. But at the same time, it drives you, propels you. There's something here that's very beautiful about it. Um, I think your fire for the situation has certainly died down quite a bit, but you are trying to be practical as well as logical, and trying to understand the motivations of this movement from the 7 to the 8 to the 9 of rods, okay, which is basically a movement from challenge and opposition to the burning sensation and then the burnout sensation. Why this all happened and why it sort of wasn't a proper foundation. This will, if you can take this memory, analyze it, and then let it go in the past, there's a strong sense that you will be able to move forward. But even then, your moving forward will be retroactive. It'll be a mode in which you will try to give back in a way through the lens of what your past has been. Okay, so you have to be cautious of this. Thank you, my dear Taurus. This is once again Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Please like, share, and subscribe if you will. I also am taking private readings. You can find me in my About section. Thank you very much, and have a blessed May. I shall see you in June if you decide to tune in. Thank you. Bye.